Hello and welcome to Dukascopy TV. I'm Andrew Saks-McLeod from LeapRate. And today, joining me in the studio here in Geneva, Switzerland, is Tom Higgins, CEO and founder of Goldeye. Hello, Tom.
Hi, Andrew.
And now, just recently, we were talking about the possibility of Forex in the retail sector starting to make its way onto exchanges. And this is something that's being talked about. Yes. And last week in New York at the FXIC conference, it was quite apparent that some retail brokerages and platform companies are looking to exchanges, and the exchange companies, the technology providers like Nasdaq OMX and CME, are actually welcoming them with open arms, actually. And this is something which we talked about just now. But from Goldeye's perspective, this is a good thing, I would imagine.
Absolutely, because carrying on with our mantra that all roads lead to Goldeye that I like to have, a broker finds it very difficult to use an exchange because of the integration that's required. Every exchange is different. So they need to have an integration company connect to these exchanges for them.
They do, that's right.
So the Goldeye products, such as the bridge and the link, where we pre-integrate with the exchanges, with the liquidity providers, means that a broker can just come along and buy that off the shelf, and they say, I want to use Nasdaq OMX new retail FX offering, and we will have integrated, pre-conformed, pre-tested with that, and then they, instead of having a huge development time, they can have it overnight because it's already been pre-developed. So with companies such as us, where to date we've done about 60 different integrations with different liquidity providers and different back-end systems. Adding more exchanges is really reasonably straightforward because the standards in connecting to exchanges are better now. So they use a protocol called FIX.
Yes.
Before, they all used their own ones, so it was much more complicated.
The standard FIX protocol was very interesting. This is the thing, the FIX protocol rebranded itself a couple of years ago because of that, because so great was the demand for a standardized process on the electronic trading industry that it's now a FIX trading community. So this is also probably an advantage as well, I would imagine.
It makes it much more straightforward for companies such as ourselves to integrate with an exchange. It makes it quicker and lower risk. Now, it's a bit like saying I have a dictionary, therefore I can speak the language. No, you know all of the words to use, but how to put them together and what they actually mean is different. So every FIX implementation is different, and that's what our skill is. So we build adapters between our own flavor of FIX and all of the other different ones that operate out there. So by Goldeye providing these integrations, it does open up the market for exchanges to connect to the brokers. If the exchanges try to do it themselves without going through an integration company, they will fail because they won't have that network of people, they won't have the network of brokers and customers that we already have, and they just won't get the penetration that they need to have.
And even if they were able to penetrate in some ways, the amount of support time and post-implementation fixes that they'd have to do to get specific brokerages, specific platforms to work properly and iron things out would cause two problems, in my opinion. It would be very expensive for the exchange, and it would, as well as slowing down the onboarding of client process for the broker whilst these things are being ironed out. And the other problem is that it would create a very high cost for both parties involved. So I think my opinion is that if you'd asked me a year ago, like I said earlier, is the retail Forex going towards exchange in a big way, I'd have probably said, well, the LMAXs of this world and the Dukascopy bank-based systems will probably take that role. The rest of it will not. But now I would say that this is not the case. It's certainly going towards exchange. And I think that if there's a big drive on exchange for retail Forex, and exactly as you say, integration has to be done in a way that it stops the exchange having to get involved in technology problems on a per system basis.
Yes.
I would think that not only the broker is likely to want to pay capitalization for the bridge for Goldeye, but also the exchanges may want to sponsor Goldeye as well from their side.
They will probably want us to. They will probably pay us to do the integration.
Yes.
And like the liquidity providers do today, we often travel with them to meet brokers to help them sell their products. We say technologically we've integrated with it, and your liquidity is connected through that. So together we can deliver a joint solution. The exchanges will be the same. This is the Swiss event has changed this, and it has created an opportunity of fragmentation that the exchanges can come into and give consolidation. But they do have to price it right. You know, the exchanges are notorious for overcharging, for charging exchange fees, clearing fees, data fees, and they will price themselves out of the market in retail FX if they don't do it right.
I mean, so some membership fees can run into the millions.
They can be very expensive, and if they have a per ticket fee rather than a volume-based fee, again they will rule out retail FX because each ticket will be too expensive for small size, which retail FX needs.
Well, I wonder whether in that case professional platforms that are aimed at non-institutional traders but professional traders, like the NetStation, the Dania NetStation, which is this was a bit of foresight on their part because they had it 2 years ago, invented a system which was per seat licensing.
Yes.
Wonder whether that might be something which might take hold of the exchange. You pay the membership fees of the exchange, you pay the exchange fee, and then a per seat license, and therefore it doesn't matter how many trades are executed.
I've heard that talk that they could do that. I don't think they will, though, to be honest, because then their economies of scale aren't really there. So I think they will need to charge some form of volume-based fee. Now, technology is much cheaper than it used to be. It's much more available. So the market is there for an exchange to create a good retail product with good liquidity.
Yeah.
So I think one of the more innovative exchanges like ICE may well do that.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I think that's this is a real full circle that's been turned in just a very short space of time, really. Which leads us on to the next. In the next episode, we'll talk about the speed at which technology innovates and develops, and how to keep pace with that and keep ahead of it.
Interesting.
So, thank you for joining me again, Tom. Nice to see you.
Thanks very much.
See you soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. I'm Andrew Saks-McLeod from Leap8. This is Dukascopy TV. Join us again next time. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.